Now, this one is going to ruffle some feathers for sure, but everything I point out is going to be facts with receipts and reality at that. I want y'all to watch this whole thing and tell me where I'm wrong. Let's start with the loudest voices. The ones who think if you don't vote how they tell you, you ain't black enough.
I got a question for all you so-called black conservatives. The Tim Scotts, the Byron Donalds, the Mark Robinsons of the world. Yo, tell me this. If the Conservative Party has your best interests at heart, then why are there no black conservatives in the cabinet? You mean to tell me you were doing all that buck dancing, all that samboing, all that shoe shining, all that, yes, master, I do whatever you want me to, only to get rejected for a bunch of mediocre white boys? Not even a fresh batch of butter biscuits? All you get is a pat on the head, a backhanded compliment, and a photo op? You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. To check the track record of Trump when it comes to black conservatives. From Diamond and Silk to Stacey Dash, Omarosa, Herman Cain, Ben Carson. You should have checked the track record, man. Man, MAGA is nothing more than a cult full of white supremacists. And if you can't see that, then you're blind to the facts.
Wow. Bruh. It's crazy how people screaming representation matters suddenly forget about that the second you don't think like them. And how racist of him, right? And let's run some quick facts. After some quick searches, I discovered Ben Carson ran HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Jerron Smith was one of Trump's senior advisors. Lynn Patton, black woman, head of regional HUD, but it's funny how, they first of all, their memory skips that and they're not willing to do no quick search about it. And let me get something straight. Representation don't mean a damn thing if it's just a puppet sitting in a chair. Y'all been voting blue since your grandma's grandma. Where's your cabinet seat? Where's your neighborhood's thriving? I'll wait. Crazy part, same folks screaming the big C word if you step out of line, saying you out here tap dancing and all that, be the same ones enforcing every racist stereotype they claim they fight against.
He don't even understand that what he's saying right now is that in order for me to carry the persona of a black person, I would then have to live in the stereotypes in which the black community claims they hate. That's what I would have to do in order to have the black persona that he's talking about. What about me gives off white persona? I go to work every day. I live in the country. Do black people not do that? I don't talk ghetto. So you're saying I have to do that and I have to live in the hood and I have to dress a certain way and I have to carry myself a certain way and I have to think a certain way in order to be black in your eyes and accepted or carry the black persona? That is the exact stereotype y'all claim to fight against when the white man says it. So I don't really understand what point you're trying to prove here, bro. That just shows me just how dumb you actually are by not knowing what you're talking about. No, I ain't got time for this, bro.
Now, I failed to read off to you what he was responding to, which is most conservative black men that support Trump have this unwilling persona of a white man and don't realize it. Black conservative men have no self-masculinity, but it's not their fault. They just either, and then it stops there. But I gotta say, this guy, he bodied that for sure. And I'm gonna get something straight. Working and speaking clearly and not dressing a certain kind of way, like that means you're trying to be white. Whew. Y'all know I'm allergic to the BS. But yeah, does that mean that you trying to be white? Bro, do you even hear yourself? This is the poison they feed the black community. Keep you trapped in a box mentally. Make success look suspicious and struggle look authentic. Hey, y'all wonder why we ain't all progressing. Let me ask you this. Who taught you that blackness was tied to dysfunction? You think that came from us? Now, I mean, sometimes the internet blesses us with A clip so wild you don't know whether to laugh, cry, or even call a therapist. I'm telling y'all, this next one, y'all gotta buckle up.
We really had to be grateful that Trump won the election. Can you imagine where we would be if Kamala had won the election? Like, think about it. She's trying to do a peace treaty with Israel and Iran. Israel's blowing Iran. Iran's blowing Israel, and she's trying to blow both of them. It probably would have been no deportations. Matter of fact, it probably would have been billions and billions of immigrants flooding into the country right now. And they probably would have all got $17,000 worth of food stamps paid for by you, the American taxpayer. Like, bro, a Biden 2.0 would be fucking insane. And then the whole rainbow community probably would have had a fucking parade. It would have been no military parade. It would have been another pride parade, a big pride parade, asses everywhere. DC streets probably would have been filled with all type of bodily fluids. That shit, man, listen. I am happy that Trump became president again, because shit, a word under Kamala leadership probably would have went to shit. We'd have been all fucked. We probably been blown off the map by now. Entertainment purposes only.
I know that's right. Gotta throw that disclaimer at the end, you know, when you're doing commentary on the internet these days. But look, man, I ain't saying he right, but I for damn sure I ain't saying he wrong about everything at all. In fact, I hope y'all can realize it was sarcasm in that. Oh man, the Rainbow Parade line alone, boy. I should have paused the video. But pay attention, y'all. Even in the chaos, he's pointing out something very real. Open borders, priorities upside down, billions flying out the I was finna say the White House under the Biden administration, like he was still here. My mind had a brain fart, but billions flying out, let's see, while citizens are out here scraping. I'm glad he wrapped it up in comedy, but the punchline's dead serious. And here's the part where the mask really slips. The folks screaming tolerance, unity, anti-fascism. Yeah, y'all know them. Turn into full-blown tyrants the moment you disagree.
Why are you on someone else's page acting like you know who the fuck I am? You know me? You have no idea.
Oh, you know what? Nope. I messed up, but I'm gonna clean it up. The post says, Mia is a blue, no matter who, Democrat. She is lost, like most of blue MAGA. Okay.
Why are you on someone else's page acting like you know who the fuck I am? You know me? You have no idea. I am a blue, no matter who, because the Republicans have been showing their asses since 2015. Now, I've always maintained on my page that I hate the two-party system, but that's the party system that we have. We have the GOP and we have the DNC. See, when I choose to vote, I look for harm reduction and I look for the candidate that is closest to trying to help humans than trying to destroy them. And when you look at both parties, which one is doing which? The Republican Party have been coming out here attacking all marginalized groups. They have been erasing our history. They have been trying to antagonize us to go into the streets so that Orange Buffoon can declare martial law. See, what you don't understand is harm reduction. Both parties have their issues. But when I look at the issues of the DNC and I look at the issues of the GOP is a fascist regime right now. And the head of that fascist regime is the Orange Buffoon, Vance, and the Heritage Foundation, along with Putin. There's actually one Republican I agree with him more than I disagree with him, and that's Adam Kinzinger. Josh Hawley also has been making sense, even though I still give him the side eye. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I want people in office that actually give a fuck about the American people, give a fuck about what's going on. And when I look at both parties, one gives a fuck about the elites, the other doesn't. We have an unseasoned potato as the president, and he is surrounded by yes men. Anyway, stop acting like you fucking know me, because you don't. The fuck?
No, I don't, but have you hit a day, and yo, the lack of self-awareness is just wild. So let me get this straight. You vote for a party that censors speech, colludes with big tech, forces medical decisions. What else can I think of? Pushes political propaganda through schools, and you calling someone else fascist. Girl, if the GOP's a fascist regime, what do you call what your party's doing right now? Please tell me, explain. Oh, I forgot, it's different. It's different, right? We know it's different when your side does it. Right? And by the way, you're talking about erasing history. Somebody go tell her the Democrat Party is the Confederacy. They fought to keep slavery. That's a fact. Wrote Jim Crow laws. That's a fact. Launched the crime bill. But hey, go off. Go off. But don't trip, y'all. Because not everybody's sipping this Democrat Kool-Aid. Some folks don't woke up all the way up.
I understand why.
Nope. I'm going to start it from the top.
So, unless you've been living under a rock by now, you have heard. Man, as I was just sitting, scrolling, and judging, and doing everything that everybody else be doing, I arrived at this strange conclusion. I finally think I understand why it is that black folks hate Donald Trump so much. And they make up lies, say he's racist, say he's this, say he's that. He hates black people, he hates black women, blah, 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 right? Why? It's not true. So why do they keep saying it? Why do they keep running with this narrative? What is it, right? What is it? What is it? I figured it out. It's jealousy. And not jealousy like, oh, I want to be you. No. They are jealous. When I'm talking about they, I mean black folks. Specifically black women. They are jealous that white people, specifically white women, love Donald Trump the same way black people love Barack Obama.
Boom.
Do you remember what it was like when Barack first got elected? I mean, I do. That was the first time I had ever voted in a presidential election. Bro, it was crazy. The streets was on tilt. I mean, there was shirts, hats. You couldn't go. Bro, in the streets of Baltimore City, you couldn't go down one single block without seeing Barack Obama face somewhere or somebody talking about it in the city, whether it was barbershops, hair salons, Lexington Market, Northeast Market, the Harbor. It did not matter, right? All I'm saying to you, it's been a love affair with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama for the entirety of the time that they've been on the scene. White people was like, some white folks loved them, other white folks couldn't stand them. Then it was the middle group, right? But with Donald Trump is they Barack Obama, bro. Love him or hate him. Donald Trump is white folks' Barack Obama, bro. They love him the same way that we love Barack, bro. And to be honest with you, I love Donald Trump a little more than I love Barack. Barack was cool, but I felt like I kind of got a lemon with Barack Obama. I felt like I bought a lemon when I voted for him, right? Bruh, I'm loving what the fuck I voted for with Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? Homie is like the best president I've ever seen ever in the history of everdom. And that's just my opinion. I'd love to know yours. Please drop a like, comment, share this video. And of course, you know, I need the HBO special. That means help a brother out. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. I need your help. Smash the follow button. Smash it.
As always, I will have the credits inside of the pinned comment. However, that's a great analysis right there, a perspective I never really considered. Black women, or black people, of course, he singled out black women, dislike Donald Trump because white women or white people support Trump like black people support Obama. I think that was something I never considered, man. The truth is, black folks, they got programmed to hate this man. I was definitely certainly one of them because, you know, the media told us to. That's just what it was like. And the same way they programmed you to love politicians who lock up your cousins, ship out your jobs to other countries and never pull it up once unless it's election time. But hey, man, People are they pretty fed up with this. Pretty fed up with this. This woman says she would never support the Democrat Party ever again.
Never in my life will I ever be a Democrat again. And I can't say about the rest of politics, but I'm going to say this. Just because I'm saying I'm on one side doesn't mean I'm another side. You don't know much about me, and you don't know much about politics. I'm going to say this. I will never, ever support the Democratic Party again after seeing all this misappropriation of funds. But all Democrats care about are like pushing their heads up with like DEI and they're racist. But y'all misappropriating funds. At the end of the day, no matter if you're white, black, yellow, red, black, green, blue, orange, whatever the colors you are, the rainbow, I don't care. We all pay taxes. And the fact is that you were misappropriating funds and mishandling our tax money. I care more about that than I ever care about my race, DEI, or anything like that. Y'all can call me the C word that rhymes with moon. I don't give a fuck. That is more important. My bag is more important to me, and where that shit is going is more important to me than my race. Don't give a damn. But this is DEI and racist and Yahtzees and all this stuff. I don't give a fuck. They're taking our money and using it for craziness and balloon popping and all this stuff and bubble wraps and $600 million on sushi and $50 million on condoms in Gaza and misappropriating funds. I am not with it. USAID, all this stuff. Y'all were paying celebrities to represent Ukraine. Like, I can't ever be a Democrat ever in my life. Oh, and the whole AP political thing. The fact that y'all were paying journalists or paying AP off, which is the Associated Press off, so they could write nasty things about a candidate. That tells me biased media in itself. Like, I can never, ever. I'm glad they are uncovering the nastiness that the Democratic Party is doing. But no, the other side is racist. I don't give a fuck. And their favorite word, anti-black. I don't give a fuck.
Look, when you realize your taxes are getting pimped out, you realize it ain't about your skin color at all. It's about how much they can finesse you. And then something snaps. She said it best, though. My bag is more important than my race. You know why? You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because poverty don't care if you black. Gas prices do not care if you black. They don't. They don't check if you black. Rent don't skip because you posted BLM square. Like, wake up. All that DEI, all that race baiting. Wake up from that, y'all. All the woke politics. None of it's feeding your kids. None of it's fixing the block. At all. And look, you ain't got to agree with me. You ain't got to agree with any of the people in these clips, but you can. I know one thing you cannot do. You can't pretend that this conversation is not changing. Pretending folks are not waking up. Definitely want to know y'all thoughts below. Look, y'all be safe. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.